New product. Axisflying have just released their Bando 5 SE. This is the O4 air unit version. We have got it in the black bind and fly version, ELRS. Get this cracking. So this is their latest release from the original Bando 5. This is the SE version, which is designed to be a little bit more cost effective. There we go. So we've got the black version. They've strapped it in with the battery strap, which is pretty neat. There's the drone. We'll get back to that. The battery strap is here. Nice little rubberized one, which is great. Underneath, don't need this box anymore. Open this up. We've got some stickers, cool instruction manual, some more stickers, flight controller manual, 2 sets of props, which is always good. These are the HQ R37s. Pretty mid-range prop, which is great. They've given us the remaining stuff from the O4 package. So we've got a shorter MIPI cable, some rubber gummies, and the original linear antenna. We won't be needing those. And we've got some zip ties, a replacement battery grip, some tools for mounting a GoPro. Onto the main thing, the drone. So this is their Bando version, which is designed to be very durable. And from what I can tell, it's designed to be a mixture of a racing frame and a freestyle frame. So we can see that it's pretty dense in the middle. So designed to have everything packed into the middle and all around, this is the main selling point, a metal cage. This metal cage is made from 70-75 aluminum, which is fairly strong aluminum. It's good they haven't cheaped out and gone for any 60-61 aluminum. This is going to be very, very strong. So this is going to be fairly durable. And we can see that from the front all the way to the rear to the antenna mount, the metal's there. So it covers the whole stack. This is a 5-inch frame. This is the same frame that they use in the full flagship edition drone. Only difference being that it's black and gray for this version. So that's a good way to differentiate between the two. They use the same ESC, but they use a F405 flight controller compared to the H743. For Betafly and just running a GPS, completely fine. F405 will run the GPS fine, do return to home, position hold, and all the new features that Betafly is going to do. But it's an eco flight controller, so this is more on their budget side. They are also using the O4 Air unit instead of the O4 Pro. The O4 Air unit is their light version from DJI, but this is kitted out with Axisflying's modifications, which we can see up front over here, their camera cage, which allows you to mount it into a standard 5-inch, as well as a little heatsink in there to keep it cool, which will open up this drone and we can take a look at. This drone also uses the AE2207 V2 motors. These are their Eco line motors. This is running a 1960 kV motor. It's fairly high up there. It's not crazy high like 2050 kV, but 1960 is a pretty high up motor. You can always put a throttle cap on there, which is good. You can mimic a 1900 or 1800 kV motor, but with this being a semi-racing quad, by the way it's designed, it's going to be a pretty nippy quad, especially for Bando, which is what it's designed for. Underneath it, we can see that they've got some injection molded leg mounts or arm protectors, which is not your standard TPU, which is pretty good. So this is pretty quality stuff they've done here to make the investment and actually make an injection mold. The remaining stuff like the front camera cage, the rear mounts for the antenna and ELRS, and we can also see the protector for the capacitor is all TPU. They have released all the files for this, so you can actually design and modify it however you'd like. We can see underneath it is 7mm carbon arms, so we can actually measure it. The caliper, these are 7mm, pretty much bang on. So this is not your typical 5-inch with 5mm to 6mm arms. 7mm arms are typically more heavier, making it like a racing hybrid frame to bring that weight down to allow for thicker arms. This is what you'd want for a Bando setup. This thing will take beadings. We can see underneath it, there are all countersunk screws, so they're not going to get damaged. The heads of the screws are not going to get damaged. I mean, these are all injection molded again, so it's going to take a lot of scraping for it to get all the way down. They've got some cool designs underneath here that they just stick it on there, which is pretty cool. It's not going to be affecting the carbon performance. All right, to see the main key features of this drone, we're going to have to open it up. So to do that, we've got our Plexer toolkit, trusty toolkit, which has everything in here. We are going to take the 2mm driver, start taking the screws off the top plate. With all the screws off, let's take this top plate off. So we can move this camera mount forward and we can see that's where they put the GPS. Pretty neat, so it's not going to get damaged when you crash this drone. Taking the top plate off, it's pretty tough. It's all in the metal. There we go. There we go. So that's the top plate. You can see it's been engraved in so it can allow all the components to sit inside. But there we go. We can see our F405 Eco flight controller up here. You can see how the little wings on the side open up and sit into these little slots here. So you can have easy access to cleaning the drone and accessing the USB-C port for configuring. We can take those off. Underneath here, we've got that flight controller, we've got that ESC, you can see the GPS, you can see the camera for the O4 Air unit. And speaking of the O4 Air unit, pulling this pigtail back, we can see how well designed the mount for the O4 is made. It's designed to be screwed in there into the metal cage, and we can see that it's full of heat sinks. So they have thermal paste in there to keep the O4 cool, and connected to that is your left-hand polarized antenna. This will connect to your goggles and give you much better range than the standard linear antenna. We should have easy access to the binding button. We pull back this TPU, we can see the LED and the bind button, as well as on the other side, the connector that goes to the flight controller and the USB-C port. All the ports on here have a rubber gummy in there, so it protects it from any dirt or any damage, which is pretty neat. You can take a look at their solder joints. They're pretty clean. Easy access to the bootloader button, all the different connectors on here. So should you want to replace parts, it's all plug and play pretty much, which is pretty neat. And that's it. It's just really well thought out. You can see they've made a little adapter here to go from the O4 to the cage that they've designed. It's just really, really well thought out. Axis are known for having pretty good tunes on their drone. You can already tell it's going to fly pretty well. It's a solid frame, and yeah, their tunes are really rock solid. They give you all the information you'd need in the packaging to set up, bind to the O4, as well as the ELRS, which is a 2.4 receiver. We've got little stickers on here that tell us which way the motors are designed to spin. Just slap on the props, bind it to your goggles, maybe do a little bit of configuring in beta flight for personal preference, like switches and OSD and whatnot. And that's it. Ready to plug in a battery, which will use the Freestyle series from Vossel. Plug them in. And we can see it's running BL Heli 32. Battery's a bit low, but everything powers on. GPS, give it a couple minutes, it'll get a lock and ready to fly. So who would I recommend this for? This drone I'd say is more for experienced pilots as well as beginner pilots who have had some real world flying experience. Someone who is looking and ready to go to a 5-inch that's looking for a drone that's durable. Using this for cinematic is not too far-fetched. You got all the tools and mounts to chuck a GoPro on there. It's going to be a fairly powerful quad, so cinematic moves that require a bit of punchiness to the drone, this would be a pretty good candidate. You can get pretty good flight time with this thing. This thing is advertised to get between 5 and 10 minutes of flight time, depending on how you fly. Putting a throttle cap will give you a bit more flight time. So where can you get this? It's available at MantisFPV for about $737 in its current configuration with the ELRS 2.4, GPS and O4 Air unit. It's ready to be purchased on the website. You can come in store, order online. We do ship internationally. Should you need help or have any questions about this, shoot us an email, give us a call or drop by. We're more than happy to help you guys out.